Hi, welcome back to Dr. Sam in the City. I'm here with the wonderful Teresa Tarmey, and today we are chatting about our celebrity clients.
Maybe not names.
No, never. But I think, there's definitely an approach that you have to have in dealing with people in the spotlight. It might not even be actors, actresses, it might be models. Just people whose appearance is incredibly important for their working life, and the subtle differences in terms of how you look after them. Do you find?
Yeah.
I think that certainly in terms of what I do, I find that it's subtlety that is absolutely pivotal in everything I do. And it's understanding their lifestyle and the fact that high definition television and filming is no one's friend, and the need for the skin to be in the right state for photo shoots, given that a lot of what we're doing has the potential for a big impact but also potentially for some downtime and side effects. So for instance, the red carpet. Do you see many people right up to the red carpet? Are you more of a planner in advance so that there are no sudden changes right before a huge event?
It depends if they have any problems, if they're doing any kind of pigmentation or laser work or, just general skin condition work. That would be just as a maintenance a whole year round, I guess. But I do a lot of red carpet literally on the day work.
You do?
So, yeah.
So what's your secret then to get the most out of the skin with minimal risk?
So I definitely wouldn't use any machines or anything except radio frequency, which is good for skin tightening. I use my hands a lot actually in red carpet, so I would use a certain massage to sculpt the face, if you like. I use a little cryo ball, which helps to cryo ball. I have one with me.
Show me.
So, this is actually something that I'm going to be working on myself for the very near future, but we'll talk about that another time.
Sneak preview, people.
Sneak preview. So this is generally it's not been in the freezer now, but it's generally from the freezer. And basically it helps to just depuff.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Really easy. Yeah, really easy. So I always use this in red carpet facials, and then I would go on to use my hands and do a really strong massage, soften the muscles and temporarily lift the skin, which would just
empty them fattings.
Yeah, just really last for the day, really. 1 or 2 days, and it does work. You can see a difference.
I don't tend to see them, I would say, right up until the day of big events. For me, it's probably more about the planning and the administration. So, for instance, with Botox, treatments like that, I think nowadays with the high definition visibility you get with filming, it's so important that things look right. It's one thing to look amazing in a still, but when the face is animated, it has to look natural. It really has to. And I think that has put ever more pressure on actors and on us as professionals just to get it just right so that everything moves, but softly and without distorting tension, and ensuring that everything stays central. Eyes, lips are the main focus.
So would you do, sorry to interrupt, would you, how many weeks before would you do some Botox if you was just to do a really soft?
I think an ideal situation is probably 3 to 4 weeks before an event, so that everything has softened, especially if someone's having treatment for the first time. I tend not to do the first treatment before a big event. It's like weddings. You want to have a test run so everyone's really confident and they understand what the downtime is likely to be, which of course with Botox, for instance, is very little, but there's still a small risk of a bruise because it's a needle in the skin. But I think softly, low dose, get them back, ensure that everything is right at 2 weeks when you're seeing maximum benefits, and just timing. It's so important.
What about fillers? You almost want a little bit of cheek filler, for example.
Yeah, I think that's something that really needs to be planned carefully, because the best result comes from doing a little bit and then another little bit, maybe 6 months later. And I think that's the way to deliver a really soft, natural result where someone doesn't suddenly become the dreaded pillow face overnight. I know. And I think needling, again, that's a long-term treatment plan for reinvigorating the skin. I guess for me, with such an emphasis on skincare in the practice, it's probably most important that I deliver really clear instructions about how to use their products when they're resting, to kind of get the most out of their skincare system, and then how they back off and maybe manage continuing to use, for example, prescription retinoids whilst still on camera or in a play. And I think that's just where talking to people and really getting them to understand how to use their products and what they can do if they do get some dryness or irritation is really important.
And sleep. Lots of sleep before, lots of water. Keep the skin really hydrated naturally. I don't think you can really, like you say, on a still, it's easy to make the skin look really hydrated, but when someone's filming or red carpet, that's obviously not so easy
to fake it. No, absolutely not.
No, so lots of water would always help to naturally look nice and hydrated, not just product.
And I think the final thing for me, certainly when I'm seeing a lot of patients with acne, is giving them the confidence to use the right products, and I mean makeup actually. It seems like an odd thing maybe to look to a dermatologist for advice on that, but you know, if you're doing heavy makeup because a play requires it or a role requires it, there's nothing worse than removing your makeup at the end of the day and finding that you've gotten bumpier and bumpier as the job progresses. And of course that puts so much pressure on to look, you know, good, and then what do you do, how do you fix it? So I think that going along with the right kit, engaging with their makeup artists and using the right products to make sure they've
having
got
a good relationship with makeup artists, actually. I think that's really important for the makeup artist to understand the client's skin, but another subject. Sorry, I have to say this, but those we are trying to film over some school kids, which we've heard about 10 bells for, so can't really wait any longer.
It's funny. No. Please forgive the background noise. But yeah, so I think those are the kind of common scenarios I find that I might get an email, and those are the things I find preempting it really help. But I love your cryo ball idea. I think puffiness, especially for these kind of people who are flying all the time, it's really stressful, isn't it?
Literally be landing at 11 a.m. and getting ready at 12. Not that close, but 1, 2 o'clock, and they're really puffy. No matter how much you look after yourself, if you've had a long flight, you're generally going to be quite tired and puffy from that. So that's really, really good for that kind of thing.
I look forward to hearing more about that particular project, my dear. So what are your red carpet fixes? You know, what do you do for a special occasion to make your skin really pop? Let us know what you think about our tips. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye.